Welcome to the Sweetgreen training video for basic audio system troubleshooting. This video will guide you through fixing your audio system when there is no music playing in a given zone. Let's begin. First, let's go over your on-location equipment and hardware for your audio system. Your Sweetgreen audio system will have two sources that provide music. The first music source will be a wall plate for the back-of-house area. This wall plate will have audio input jacks for an RCA cable. The RCA cable will have color-coded connectors. Red is for the right audio channel and white for the left audio channel. Please note that sometimes the left audio channel connector can be black instead of white. Some RCA cables will also have a yellow video connector, but the yellow connector is not used in this case for the purpose of inputting audio to the wall plate. The second music source is the gray V music player, which will be located at the audio rack. Next, you will have 3 audio zones. Each audio zone will have its own volume control. The zones are Area 1 Dining, Area 2 Back of House, and Area 3 Patio. Your location may or may not have a patio zone. The dining and patio zone controls are located at cash wrap. The back of house controls are either located in the manager's office or near the time clock. The last hardware item is the AV rack. The AV rack houses the Crown DCI 4X300 4-channel amplifier. There is 1 channel for each zone. The AV rack also houses the Gray V music player and the DBX 641 processor, which combines both music sources and sends the music signal to the amplifier. Now that we have covered your on-location equipment, let's move on to troubleshooting your system. If you aren't hearing music in an audio zone, please follow these steps. Step 1. First, make sure your volume is turned up on your volume control. The volume controls are set up so you can turn them all the way up and you will not damage the system. Next, on each volume control panel there is a mute button which disables the music for that zone. Your zone may be muted, so press the mute button and see if the music plays. If you still don't hear music playing, let's move on to Step 2. Step 2. If you still can't hear music, let's check the Crown amplifier located in the audio rack. This step is important. On the right-hand side of the amplifier should be a blue light and a green light. Make sure both lights are on. If the lights on the amplifier are off, try pressing the power button on the far right to turn the amplifier on. If no lights turn on, email PTG support. If the amplifier powers up, confirm that there is a blue and green light on the right-hand side of the amplifier. If, at any time, the lights on the right-hand side of the amplifier are blinking, or any color other than blue and green, take a photo of the lights and email PTG support. There is nothing further that you can do. Now let's look at the center section of the Crown amplifier. You will see a silver panel with columns of lights located on system status rows. These status rows will have labels named Ready, Signal, Fault, Thermal, and more. Each column will be numbered and reflect a different audio zone. The lights will give you insight into the status of the audio system. If the blue and green power lights from the right-hand side are working properly, we will now determine if a problem can be detected from the status lights in the center panel. Check the row labeled Ready. Each zone should have a green light that is on. Next, check the row labeled Signal. This row will show a green light for each zone that has an active music source going to that zone. If the zone you are troubleshooting does not have a green signal light, then you have no music source for that zone. This means the problem is your music source, not the audio system. If the zone you are checking is either the dining area or the patio, then there is possibly an issue with the Gray V music player. You'll want to call Gray V to determine that the player is online and pushing music to the system. Check your Gray V music player for their service number. If everything is in order with the Gray V music player and the issue still is not resolved, email PTG support. There is nothing further that you can do. If the zone you are checking is for the back of house zone, go to Step 3 for further instructions. If the ready light is green, and the signal light is also green, then your music source is working, and the problem is with the audio system. Proceed to Step 4. If there is a light on in either the fault or thermal row, email PTG support. There is nothing further that you can do. Step 3. To check the music source for the back of house zone, you will need an external audio source such as a smartphone or other digital music player plugged into the RCA inputs on the wall plate. Once your source is plugged in and powered on, turn the volume all the way up on the device and begin playing music. Next, Go back to the audio rack and check the crown amplifier to see if the green signal light is now on. If the light is on, make sure the audio control for that zone is turned up and the mute button is off. If the problem still is not fixed, email PTG support. Step 4. If both the ready and signal green status lights are on, check to make sure that the volume controls for that zone are turned all the way up and the mute button is off. If the problem is still not fixed, email PTG support. Thank you for watching this video. If at any time you feel you need further assistance, please email our support team at ptgsupport@promotion.tech. One of our service representatives will contact you within 24 hours.